Hi Nivedita, and on behalf of Sare, Jahan, Acha, a very, very warm welcome to you on the platform of PRERNA. One opportunity to share goodness and spread smiles. And while I'm talking about smile, I think you have such a charming smile.
Thank you so much, Mona. I think, I really appreciate being invited to this platform. It allows me to talk more about what I love best, which is Animate Charitable Trust. And thank you for making me feel so comfortable right off.
Oh, thank you. Thank you about that. Coming to ACT, it's such a powerful word, and that stands for Animate Charitable Trust, correct?
That's correct.
So what is this trust all about, Nivedita?
Yes, so Animate Charitable Trust has a pledge, and that is to act to make a difference. So we use the acronym ACT, not only to signify Animate Charitable Trust, but also that society needs to take action, and that action should have a lasting difference.
Correct.
So we are all about acting to make a difference to the lives of the needy and underprivileged women and children, especially focusing on girl child.
Girl child.
We do believe that women and children in our society are the more marginalized lot.
Yeah, I totally second that, and I wouldn't have agreed more to it. So what do you exactly do? Is it to deal with their education, to deal with their needs? What kind of needs are you specifically catering to?
Yes, specifically we actually work on education for the children, especially, like I said, on the girl child education, and also women empowerment through vocational training and enabling livelihoods.
Wow.
Yes.
So they learn skill sets like tailoring and something of that sort?
That's correct. Yeah. Actually, the underprivileged women who are from lower income families usually have a less educated background, and therefore they struggle with trying to make a living, and
that can be very challenging,
Yes, so we try to identify skill sets that they're comfortable with, that they can use to do some livelihood earning or enterprise from home. And from there we start their journey in terms of hand-holding to give them more confidence to build on that and create an enterprise and really transform their lives.
Right. So making somebody independent is what it really stands all about.
Absolutely. That's where the empowerment happens.
Yes.
And I think that when a woman is empowered, then she can really be the change agent, with her children, within her family, as well as within her community and the society at large.
Correct. I think women are blessed very naturally to bring about a huge impact in society. Coming back to how long has this trust been functional? How long? It's been how many years?
So we're a small and but significant is what I like to say, organization that started off in 2012. So we've been around only 3.5 years, I would say.
Wow.
And as an organization, that's helped us to really streamline our activities towards social goodness. So we've been, as a family or as individuals within a family, always identifying some cause that we supported, but indirectly. Signing a check or going, once in a year for, interacting with the
giving
kids.
was in different forms.
Yes. Yeah. But I think, when I had the opportunity to step back from a job, from a professional career, I decided not to go back into it. And the family, as together, decided that we should do something that is more meaningful towards society. And if one of us can be full-time involved, that will give us the kind of results and impact that we are wishing to create.
Totally. Well, I only remember that quote, with your standard of living rising, your standard of giving should go up, and I think you're a perfect manifestation of that. So Nivedita, tell me something about the ACT team, because individually it's very difficult to get such a huge project going, so I'm sure you have a great team backing you up, and a little about the accomplishments, how they've been, what have been the challenges phenomenally that you've encountered.
Okay, so you asked me two questions, so I'll go with the first one first. Animate Charitable Trust, ACT as we like to call ourselves, is located in Mumbai, and our offices are in Andheri, but we actually have 7 community centers where we participate and work with women and children across Mumbai, and it's usually in the lower income neighborhoods. Apart from that, we also have a rural outreach, which is in South Gujarat. We're also connecting with the tribal and the Adivasi community in Thalassery. So we're trying to spread our footprint. However, one of the objectives that we want to stick with is that while we go broad, we also want to go deep. So we're doing transformations one life at a time. And in order for us to do that, we have a team that is, supported through, a group of volunteers. I have more than 120 people involved as volunteers.
Wow, that's quite
and,
a number.
They are, some of them are my closest friends. Some of them are college students who have volunteered for some of our educational, remedial learning programs. And some of them are also from within our family business, and I really shamelessly use all the resources that are available within the company. And I think that helps us to do a lot more than I think, like you said, individually I would have been able to.
Correct.
And as a result, I think in a relatively short period of time, we've touched over 2,000 lives.
Wow.
Over 1,000 children have benefited through interactions, on education, whether it was remedial school learning, after school learning, or whether it was creative learning workshops. This is to motivate them towards learning difficult subjects like maths and science. We've also done a lot of projects with women where we are teaching them, like I said, tailoring or nutrition courses or computers or English speaking. And we also try to set up incubators where they actually have a chance to transition from just learning to actually doing and earning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So before we actually come to the challenges, you spoke about the remedial learning. So is there some sort of a module or a format that you have that you monitor what has been happening in that child's life?
Yes. So I think the most important thing is to measure what we are doing. And when we talk about, act to make a difference, which is our pledge, we have to be able to measure that difference. And so with the children also, we are actually tracking, the students that come into the program. We know what is their performance before, and then we track on a unit test basis how they're performing. Other than that, we interact with the families to see how the child has improved in their scholastic ability.
Are they evolving?
And yes, and evolving not just only in those subjects that we touch, but also in terms of their personality, in terms of their confidence. And a lot of times I've got feedback that the children that were not doing well in school are now doing much better. Some children, some parents, even though they couldn't afford to send their children to tuitions, they would, and now they've pulled them back, and they're saving that money, which is actually much needed for other more urgent needs within the family. So I think those are very reassuring comments, but the most important measure is really how well they've done post the program in their academic examinations.
That is so beautiful, to hear. We're coming to now the challenges part of it,
Yes, thank you for letting me speak about the challenges.
Yes, because कुछ अच्छा करना एक बात है, लेकिन अच्छा करने लोग देते हैं नहीं. So I'm sure you faced a lot of it. So if you can just throw some light into it, it would be so wonderful.
Yes, I think challenges come with opportunities. But one of the challenges that I encountered as I came into this particular sector was that there's a lot that is not right with a woman or a child's life. And we are probably touching only one specter of it. And when you see that you're working on giving them a vocational training and trying to enable them to start working and earning, or we are trying to teach the children, but they have a lot of other incidental issues that prevent them from really
because you cannot monitor them 24/7
going forward. So that's a challenge, because sometimes that kind of makes me think whether we are limited in what we are trying to achieve, and how do I? And I've tried to find, like I said, a solution and an opportunity, and that is to reach out to other NGOs, like-minded organizations that have specific resources to address other needs or other
yes.
concerns. And I think fairly, that has helped support women even better to achieve and, get their results.
Correct.
So yeah, I work a lot with community NGOs because they understand the women's issues.
Correct.
They are there for them even for domestic disputes or for other issues, and that's actually a big support. And then
Correct.
and they also have the trust of the people.
Yeah.
I think it's very important
So
to
that
win.
collaborative effort results much better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think the other challenge, if I were to say, and I think if you
Sure.
ask anybody in this sector,
Sure.
is fundraising.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
as a family, we have started off with our own family funds, and we've kind of, been very clear about wanting to do more in that. However, if we have to really realize our ambition and our beneficiaries' ambition, we want to spread our footprint on a larger geography, and therefore we need to look at external funding, corporate
support,
partnerships and support, maybe even foreign donations, and maybe certainly government grants and funding.
Correct.
So those are challenges. It's not very easy to tap into all of those, and sometimes one has to take a call on how to balance the funds so that you can get the maximum impact on the ground, and at the same time manage all the administrative costs that come with that.
Absolutely. Wow. So Nivedita, your work has been phenomenal. Well, it's so wonderful getting to know you as a person as well. And tell me something, what are your hobbies? I mean, apart from ACT, what do you really do?
Well, I have a few hobbies, but I'll tell you about my two most favorite activities. One of them is long distance running. I'm a runner. I've participated in several half marathons, maybe 15 or so.
So fit hai to hit hai, boss.
3 full marathons, and I run for a cause. I run, wearing anime on my sleeve, and I run really to also create awareness about, the work that we are doing.
I think now you've truly inspired me. So what better on a platform like PRERNA to inspire me on fitness? Okay, and the second one?
The second one is I like to learn something new all the time. So whether it's on my phone, you'll find a Duolingo, which allows me to learn new languages. Or it's just, online courses of interest, like I've done through the massive online open courses, platforms like Coursera or EDX. I've done, how to change the world, giving with purpose, and creativity, and financial accounting. So very varied subjects. I think at the back of my mind somewhere the dots are connecting. So I'm happy to learn all of these things because they keep renewing me,
And no learning, I believe, goes waste. So all of that you're doing, I think you're surely beautifully incorporating into ACT.
I take full advantage of all sides of my brain, and indeed it does help me, think more creatively, think more in a problem-solving way, and be having fun in everything I do. So it gives me the energy,
Totally. And anything you do good, I think, puts you on a better mode. And I'm sure that today, while we are here, while Sare Jahan se Acha is getting on to the goodness quotient, what is it that you'd like to tell all our viewers?
I would love to share, that for me it's been a very, very, great journey, and I invite more people to join, our crusade and act to make a difference. And it could be in any small way, because I've realized that, just a little something that we do goes a long way to really transform lives and really help women, children, whoever are the needy to realize their dreams. And I think that little effort
the results
can be
might not be very quick and instant.
And you have to be, so that's the other message I would say, that, more people come in, have compassion in your heart, have passion and commitment to your work, and stay invested in the long term, because the results will come. And the results for you, maybe, you've not given a lot, but for them it can be life-changing. And I think there's a lot of satisfaction in that. And other than that, when you're with those people and when they're realizing their dreams, the love they give to you, is immense. I mean, that's
I think
a
that
bigger high
cannot
than
measured.
anything.
It cannot be measured financially.
Totally, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so it's like a family. So Animed
Right.
is a family, is a universe full of love, hope, and joy. And I'm happy to say that
Wonderful.
you know, I'm getting a lot more satisfaction in doing what I'm doing now than in all the years
you
before
spent as a
pursuing a
corporate.
profession.
Yes.
Exactly.
So wonderful, Nivedita, so wonderful. And I think at Sare Jahan Se Acha, we believe, you know, we think good, we do good, we feel good, and that makes us so easily spread goodness. And what better to have another person joining us, spreading that goodness quotient. Thank you for joining us at the talk show. And like we say, PRERNA Dete Raho, keep inspiring. And just because you're really fit and hit, we'll say, stay fit.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I really appreciate and thank Sare Jahan Se Acha for giving us this platform to reach out to more people and invite others to join this crusade. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.